So what's the cost of living or staying in Baytown, Texas? In this video, we'll discuss the cost of living or staying in Baytown, Texas. Hi, I'm Will Johnson. I'm a local realtor here in the Baytown, Texas area. I have a lot of family that stay here. I'm very familiar with the area. If you're moving to or visiting Baytown, Texas, feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram. Give me a call, a text, or email. I love to hear from you guys. So now let's get into the video. So what are the costs of living or staying in Baytown, Texas? So if you're just visiting, here's a chart of a lot of hotels in the Baytown, Texas area. So if you're just visiting, they have hotels from $47 a night all the way to $110 a night at nice places like the Marriott. So the Marriott is located right on Garth Road. If you're visiting, Garth Road has everything that you could possibly need on a visit to Baytown, Texas. We'll get into Garth Road a little later. So if you're planning on moving to Baytown, Texas, if you're just coming to rent for a little while, apartments range from $700 to about $2,000. So if you're planning on buying a house here, housing costs even for that ranges from about $700 to about $3,000. Just depends on what you're looking for. So according to bestplaces.net, Baytown's cost of living is 84.2 out of 100, 100 being the national average for the entirety of the U.S. The Texas average is 93.9 on the scale of 100, when the U.S. average is 100. So Texas in general is a little less expensive to live than the entirety of the U.S. Groceries in Baytown comes at a 95.6. In Texas, it comes at a 93.7. So groceries in Baytown will be a little higher than most places in Texas, but lower than the U.S. average of 100. Healthcare is 92.4. For Texas is 95.4. For the U.S., of course, is 100. Housing is a really big one. Housing is 64.4, and the Texas average is 84.3. So a lot of people are moving to Texas because of the home prices. You see all kinds of videos everywhere you go about how much is the cost of living in Texas. So it's attracting a lot of people here, and there's a lot of people competing and buying up all of the real estate here because of the low prices. But Baytown is very affordable. So housing in Baytown is 64.4, when the median home cost being $181,900. For Texas, the median home cost is $243,600, and the USA is $291,700. I will say Baytown has a lot of new home subdivisions coming up. I made videos for a lot of these. If you want to see them, I'll have a link somewhere below or somewhere in the video, but there's a lot of new subdivisions. So in the new subdivisions, these houses are about in the mid 200s, kind of like the Texas average of 243. That's about the average price point that you're going to find for new homes in Baytown, Texas. There is one community where you can still get new homes for under $200,000. If you want to see that, I'll have the link either down below or somewhere up here. So utilities, the utilities in Baytown is a 94.4, and Texas is 99.2. Transportation for Baytown is 83.6, and Texas is 103.3. So the transportation in Texas is generally higher than the normal U.S. transportation. Why? Because as the old saying goes, everything is bigger in Texas, even the roads and the highways. Sometimes you're gonna drive in Texas to get somewhere, but of course the speed limits are higher, and that's adjusted because Texas is very big. I've heard a lot of people say that it took a day to drive through Texas, so that's why transportation is going to be a little more in general in Texas. A lot of things to do and a lot of places to see.
Hey guys, did you know that everything is bigger in Texas?
So Baytown is pretty affordable, as you can see. Now I want to show you this chart where it shows the cost of living. Basically, the darker the color, the more expensive the place is to live. So if you see Baytown is a light pink and Houston is a very darker pink. So you see Baytown is more affordable. Of course, you have other places like Pasadena and Channelview, Texas, which are more affordable than Baytown. If you want to see me make a video of those places, just comment down in the comments below and I'll make a video of those areas. So that's it for cost of living in Baytown, Texas. I hope I answered most of the questions that you guys may have. So see you in the next video.